guys, Simon here, and today we are going to be looking at Ships mod. Really? Actually, yeah, that's the name of the mod. It's just ships. There's no more description of that. And as you can probably see from my inventory, we have ship-based blocks, which pretty much every other ship mod has added in. This one is a little bit different, however, in its uh, portrayal of like how it compiles the ships and everything like that, and does cool things. Uh, so we'll be going to take a look at them. So, as you can see over here, we have a basic little tiny ship. This is a tiny ship block. We can go up to even as having an epic ship. And I'll go over the recipes in a little bit. But basically, you can open it up here, and you can see that the GUI for your ship. It shows you what materials you are using. I don't know if it. Let me see if it changed. We can work on that later. I just use oak planks, but I'm pretty sure it should work with pretty much almost any material that you would wish to use. But it will tell you if the ship if it will float. In this case, yes, it will. Is the sheet and this apparently ship is unsinkable. And I'm not entirely sure what the arrows do. I think it's just showing you all different sides of it, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. But if we go ahead and hit here and launch the ship, and that was a weird graphical error, but yeah. So we've now launched our ship. The thing is that, oh, okay, we're getting a little bit buggy here. Hang on. So if we take this this little item here into our inventory, as you can see here, the ship does bounce a little bit, like it's on the waves. Yep, it'll do that a little bouncing. You can see here is showing that it's in the water here. So yeah, this will be your like basic, really cheap ship to start off with, and it has to be driven with this paddle. We'll show you. I'll show you in a bit ships that will use the helm, and that's actually fairly cool. It's not much different, but it's actually it's a little bit more interesting. So if you go ahead and right click, and maybe if I can, let's turn off NEI. There we go. So as you can see, I am now have right click onto this block, and I can look anywhere that I feel like I can. And all we have to do is just hit the different keys, like S to back up. So since this is our block that will drive the ship, this is the forward. So if you want to go forward, you hit W. If you want to back up, you hit the S. If you look in a different direction, I don't. Yeah, it looks like it does not affect it in any way. So you can look whichever way you want, which is better than a Minecraft boat. Another thing that I probably didn't actually mention, but if we get out of our ship controls right now, but as long as the ship is compiled like this, we could still walk aboard it like anything. So this could sit here as an entity, and you can have people aboard your ship, and they'll be able to ride along with you. Actually, we could probably let's get some mobs. Let's get an egg. What? Slime? What the hell are these things? Spawn. Here we go. We'll get. Who do we want today? We'll take a slime. Blizz. I don't know what the hell a Blizz is. Okay, apparently we cannot spawn any oh, apparently not. I may have lied to you guys. I thought entities could ride on the boat. And now we have slime surrounding. But yeah, it's kind of cool that at least players can walk on it. I don't know about any other mobs. Actually, let's compile this boat again. Dock the ship. We're facing the right direction and stuff. And let's get. Oh, slimes are dying. Let's get a wolf. Let's get our dog. So we got a dog now. If we now launch the ship, will he fall through it? No, he stays with us. Alright, and let's hit F5. Can we get an F5 in this? Hang on. There we go. We're in F5. Alright, so if we move around, yeah, look at that. Our dog will move with us. And I would assume that would go for any entity that is on your ship. Like furnaces and chests and all of those good things. The dog looks like he's having a little fun time being dragged around. Which I'll show you also in a bit for like chests and things that they keep their inventories. It'll be just like the what's the other popular like Archimedes ship mod, but you can actually drive around and still have other entities that are on your boat, without them having to be especially sit down. And I'm thinking probably in the future with this mod, I don't think it adds it in currently, is that you can have weapon warfare with other ships, which will be a lot better than the Archimedes ship one, which I do. Well, last time that I've checked it up on it, it's that you have to compile the ship, and then you'd be able to start firing your own pre-made cannons. Now, I don't know about how Redstone works with these ships. I have not tested that as far. Let's get out of F5 here. So let's see. Oop, there we go. Okay, so now we're at a weird angle. We cannot recompile our ship because we're not formation to the right angle. So, but the thing is that if we're not facing the right angle this way, hang on, we have to realign ourselves with the same angle that we launched from, which our launch angle is that direction. So we'll have to turn this way completely, and hopefully we get at least correct enough that it will, hey, there we go. We can recompile our ship now, and we can do whatever we want to change it. Now, I can see some problems of this. Say you have a dock that's facing this way, and then you want to travel on a journey, maybe, I don't know, for some unknown reason, travel to a dock that's now facing the complete opposite direction, and you want to dock it into its docks, want to compile it, and then so you can change it. But no, you have to turn around and face it. I mean, hypothetically, this is just off the top of my head, you want to recompile it a different direction, so you don't have to recompile at the same time. I don't know how the mod is, like, how it's compiling it the way that it is, but that's the way it does. So if you can, as you can see over here, as we've been screwing around on that little tiny raft over there with our dog, let's run Doug here. We have now a small ship's block. So I'm assuming probably you can hide these within your ship, and you can leave the ship compiled all the time. I don't know how much that would take up on your world for like rendering it. I don't know if it renders it all the time, or as long as you're looking at like other entities and things like that. But so let's go ahead. So blocks, it will float. The ship is unsinkable. I think I don't know if this is entirely working correctly. And as you can see, with a small ship's block, we can have up to 200, 10 times more than what we could have had with the small ship over there. And just so we can, I don't know why I was saying it, but we can switch to a medium-sized, which can have twice as much as a small ship. Let's get all these ones down here. So, alright, so we got an epic ship, huge ship, medium ship. So gigantic ship, I think, wouldn't it be huge, gigantic, and, oh no, large. We want large. So we want large. So large will have 2.5 times as much as the medium ship. Huge ship, it has twice as much as a large ship. Gigantic ship will have twice as much as the huge ship. And then we have our final ship being an epic ship, which will have, how much was the gigantic ship? It was 4,000. This will have 2.5 blocks or more. So you can get fairly big with all these different ships. And now, since you have a bigger ship that doesn't require a paddle to drive, you're going to require a helm. Well, you can also, I think you can still drive it with a paddle. We can check it out here just in case. Hang on. So launch ship. And nope, looks like if I hit it with a paddle, it will not let me drive the ship. So let's dock the ship. But now that you have a ship, it has to be a regular ship. You have to drive it with a helm. And as you can hit here, you can find your different things about your ship. Which you got your ship's mass, which is 44.5 kilograms. Our thrust, we can go 290 newtons. Or we'll have a force of 290 newtons. Our top speed will be 3.2 meters per second, and our turning speed is 0.26 degrees per second, and it found one sail. So, with the large ships now, you're going to have some sort of driving force, which is these sails right here. So if I go back over to our little dinghy over here, And let's just go and slap a gigantic ship onto it. So now we have a gigantic ship, which that looks hilarious. Do I have a helm? I do have a helm in my inventory. And that's wool. That is wool. That's not a helm. If we slap down a helm, we can right-click onto the helm. We can see our mass weight and everything, but no propulsion methods are found, so all of these will not do anything. So it will be all upset about everything because now we can't move. Even if we do compile the ship, we launch the ship, and we can sit down here and drive it, technically. You can sit here and do all of these commands you want all day long, and you're not going to move the ship because we don't have any sort of propulsion method. So we'll dock the ship, and we'll head back on over to our new ship. Where did our dogs go? Our dogs have died. Okay, whatever. And so, from what you can see, yeah, you can have one sail, and if you get bigger and bigger ships, where you can get up to an epic ship, you can have multiple sails, and presumably you'll be faster. So let's go ahead and launch this. So launch our ship. We're now compiled. We can now, as you can see, we have our turning speed, and we also now have a compass at the bottom of our, or on the scroll bar, and you can see which direction we are facing. And as you can see, south is marked, as that's where that's our launch direction. So when if we go ahead and go point southwest, and we go look over here, and it says align to launch direction is no. Go back into the ship's alignment, and then you can see, oh hey, we were launched from the south direction. So if we want to recompile the ship, we can put it between those lines, and you can immediately dock the ship. So let's go back, launch ship, and then go ahead and start driving around. So as you can see here, holding down the W will increase the speed at which we go. So now this ship should go. And I'm not holding down W anymore, and we're lagging the hell out. Actually, we're not going to go anymore because we hit land, where our ship is too low. So we'll have to reverse our ship. So, as you can see there, we were slower at backing up than we would be if we were going forward. So, let's hang on. We could put down the bar to be a little bit speed. See, we're going fairly slow, and if we want to go a little bit faster, we just increase the green bar. I'm not even holding down W. You can't see it, and I don't have anything that would be indicating that I'm not pressing anything. But, well, I guess if I'm holding down the W, the green bar would be increasing steadily. But so we can just keep pushing it, seeing how fast we want to go, and if we can put it up to max, then we'll go as fast as we can, which is 3.2 meters per second. Now, if we had more sails and we had a ship that was more probably dynamic in water, it would go quite a bit faster. And probably, I don't know how ships designs work, and I don't know how this mod will interpret different ships designs to make it go faster. I was presuming mostly it's just adding more cells or having bigger cells. And it could probably read how many blocks are in a cell that would make it. Now, I presume that your cells have to be made out of wool for it to actually work and to be considered a cell. And you can even get into the cells like this. So, say you wanted to have an epic ship battle with your friends, you could probably go find a mod with a map, or a mod with, or not a mod with a map, a map with a ship. If I can get that correct, yeah. So we can go get a map with a ship, and it will, and then you can slap on one of those gigantic or the epic ships blocks, which you can't see because it's now an entity. So dock the ship. So now you can see, yeah, this epic ship. And you can have gigantic ships, and you can go have ship battles with your friends. Now, I don't know, like I said, redstone-wise, I don't know how it works with it when it's compiled as an entity. And I don't know how it would work with any other mods if like other mods add in cannons. So you can use that to fire at your friends. I don't know if it would. Well, I'm presuming that you can't destroy any other ship when you fire things at it, but you can at least kill your enemy teams. You could probably do like whole like swinging from the what are these supposed to be masts? Swing from the masts into the enemy's ship, slay and slaughter all, and all that's good stuff that you can do with ships. But that's as much as that we can do for right now, at least to my knowledge. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.